think we may have fixed our problem, and I think form is picking up. To have a look, you're going to have to stay tuned and find out more. But before anything else, cue the brand new intro. Hello and welcome to Club 3 episode 5 of Non-League to Glory. I'm Adam, and on today's episode we have our home game against Southampton and away game against Stoke. And you may see a wry smile on my face, and that's because we have sorted the form. Let's have a look. Firstly, look at all those victories. So we've got, what we did was, after the defeat to Brentford when you were last with me, we arranged a friendly with Cheshunt. Beat them 9-0, good confidence booster, and it helped no end. We then went on a run which was a 2-4-6-7 game winning streak. We beat Birmingham 2-0, Lewis Cook and Geubbelled. 1-0 against Newcastle, Geubbelled. 3-1 against Bristol City, Geubbelled. 3-0 against Blackburn, 2 Geubbells and an Elliott. 2-1 against Wednesday, 2 Geubbells. You're getting a theme. Derby 3-1, 2 Geubbells and a Calderon goal. Portsmouth, Mawson and another Geubbells. We then lost 1-0 to Swansea before we got another pair of Geubbells against Millwall. So it's been a very good second half of August and a full September, which has risen us to 4th in the league. You see there, we're sat on 29 points. Without that Swansea defeat, would have been sitting pretty in 3rd, but I can't complain. 1-9, drawn 2. Let's have a look at the big table. 1-9, drawn 2, lost 4, 25 goals scored, 16 conceded. That is still an issue. 9 goal difference, 29 points, and we're not down here anymore. We also have Geubbells, who has become an absolute beast at this level. 17 goals already. We're only on the 1st of October. 7.77 rating, 7 man of the match awards. Assists, I think we've got Cherky, who's joint first with 6, and then Harvey Elliott now, who is joint second with 5. They're the two main ones. If we have a look at transfers, I have made one transfer, not going to be joining us until the 1st of January. It's Alvaro Fernandez. Scouted, my scouts, an 85 rating, 2.5 star current, so he's as good as Bulker, Hammond and Schreiber. And the other guy we've got, 4-star potential. I do like my keepers. He wants to come as a backup, that is fine. I'm quite happy with that. Didn't notice these, we'll have a look at those. And in fact, let's have a look. Neeskens Cabano, they've negotiated with a juice. I'll have it now. Yep. Get rid, that's it. We'll add that to the kit here. Libomir up to 20% of his next fee will be due. He's at Slovan Bratislava. We'll get 101k now. We'll take that. Where is it? Let's down here. Let's take that. Done. That's 2 clauses done, a little bit of extra money in. Finance wise, we're down to 28.8 million. The projection does have us minus 18 million if things go this way. The worrying thing is, look at those 2 seasons after, minus 70 million and minus 123 million. We could do with that promotion. Plenty of money left splashing about there. And so we're on to today's game. And cue the defeats, because we don't do well on these episodes since we've took over from Fulham. Let's have a look what we're doing. So the team that we're going to put out today is Bulker in goal, Walker Peters. Oh, we went back to the gegenpress, and it's working. We've got the morale boost in the gegenpress, and I'm quite happy with how we settled. We've got Pellegrini now in. He's had some match time, so very good. Bulker in goal, Walker Peters, Nicolau, Mawson and Pellegrini at the back. Calderon in the holding role, Cook and Gomez in the centre, Cherky on the left, Elliott on the right and Geubbells up front. The benchies, Ashby Hammond, Scarbia, Favile, I've been calling him Favile, Busquets, Pozzo, Woodburn and Harris. Now I have brought Walker Peters back in. Pozzo has been playing because he can play if we press the right buttons. Pozzo has been playing at right back. He has tailed off lately, but he can play there. He can also play on the left. He's a great option to have. So he's back on the bench because he hasn't been firing in the last few games. And Walker-Peters, who we dropped to the bench, has been coming on. An assist against Millwall. He got an assist against Derby. He has been playing a little bit better, and considering he came on in these games, so he did start against Millwall as Pozzo, I think, moved up onto the right because Elliott was off. So that's the reason why. Woodburn really not doing anything. He's got a bit of the Joneses about him. And then Harris, who's done really well when he's come in and played that Mazzala role instead of Gomez, is on the bench. That means there's no room for Romeo, Chalabar, Taylor Moore, who got kicked out of the squad and never replaced. Looks like he could be on his way in January. Popovic, Reka, Traore and Welbeck miss out. Let's get into today's game then. And I fear playing this. We are at home against Southampton. We want them to be picking up from where they left off. Carry straight on from in the last match. And let's see whether this good run continue. Let me get this back down there. There we go. And so the first chance of the half is going to fall to Southampton. That's a corner in. Would you know it, they've scored. Just under 11 minutes. Southampton take the lead through Isaac Hayden. Cue first highlight and cue back to old Fulham. I think you guys are a curse, because we've been absolutely amazing for the last, even the defeat against Swansea, we were pretty good. So it would be quite disappointing if this all falls apart here. Pellegrini, Gomez, Cook, releases Geubbelled. Geubbelled is free. And I think the curse is there because Geubbelled has been putting those away for fun. Elliott now with the free kick in, doesn't come, and Calderon gets that back. Calderon, who's been playing really well there, kills one in, and Elliott, but Forster takes that and it remains 1-0 Southampton. Forster with the big kick, and it does fall to Terrier. There is a tackle, but Rinomhota picks that up, and it's now Vokins, Almiron, Vokins gets it in. Oh, and we escape there. And since the update this has been happened, let's skip that. I don't know why, but since the latest update, that has been beginning to be a theme. Cook, Gomez over the top, Geubbelled now. Oh, just past the post. And it's surprising, Geubbel's been putting those in. Really has been, just not missing anything that's put in front of him, but misses that one. And I mean, Southampton, oh no, look at Nicolau. I don't like leaving injured players on, even if you can get through it, which means Scarbier's on. Bulker now. Scarby. Cook releases that and he finds Cherky. Cherky's going to take his man on and beats him. Plays it in. Geubbelled. Oh, it's disallowed. Oh, I thought you'd seen a Geubbelled there. Cherky, look at that. Oh my God. That was never offside. Dirty refereeing. That was never offside. Geubbelled's denied the goal there. I'm pretty sure somebody from VAR's just rung through to the ref and got that one done. They are performing well. Keep it up and the result will come. We've outplayed them, really. I mean, Southampton got lucky on that. Oh, cue another goal. It's written. Walker-Peters gets it away, drops to Vokins, Romeo, Hayden, in. Ojo hits it and misses, and then the goal. What did I tell you? Cue goal. Absolutely awful, and I blame anybody that's watching this now, because we've been absolutely amazing, and all of a sudden we're like the old team. Look, Elliott loses the ball. This is like what you were seeing before, and I blame every single person that's watching this. You have broken my form. We were absolutely amazing. Cherky, Calderon, Cook, Calderon. Come on, let's show them. Scarby, Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters clings onto the ball, pulls it back, plays it to Cook. Walker-Peters again. Is somebody going to put it in? Cook. What an absolute waste. Two players just wasting an opportunity there. Here's the corner, comes to nothing. Calderon lays it back to Mawson. Mawson humps it. Geubbelled now. Elliott. Elliott strikes it, keeper saves it. And now is that a goal kick? I'm pretty sure he palmed that away. We're going to have to make some changes. It's not going right. Walker-Peters, who I've raved about and put in, and Pozzo's going to come back in for him. Geubbelled is having an absolute nightmare. Cherky's playing like a wooden donkey. And we're going to bring Jaden Harris on. Oh, I can't because I've made that other... Oh. Alright, in fact, Jaden Harris is going to come off for Gomez. We're going to leave Cherky on. Scarby, Geubbelled. Scarby, back, Calderon. Calderon plays it to Cook. Cook to Pozzo. Pozzo now needs to do something. Runs into the centre. Boots it over to Pellegrini. Pellegrini now, who's hung onto the ball far too long. And oh, is that a penalty? It is. It's a penalty. Geubbelled. And if he misses this, you know we've lost. Geubbelled scores. It is 2-1. Game on. 18 for the season. Top scorer in the championship. Look at him running back with that ball. We don't need to see it again. Keeper guessed the right way, but didn't get too much to it. And we have got 20 minutes to save this game. Pozzo, Geubbelled, Calderon, Geubbelled again. Out there on the right, trying to make things happen. And that's a tackle, diving tackle in there. Geubbelled gets it back. Plays it to Pozzo. Pozzo back to Calderon. Calderon now, who goes all the way back. Scarby, and we end up... That is just awful. Mawson. Calderon. Back over. Cherky. Cherky shoots. And how has the keeper saved that? I'm pretty sure FM's gave Forster 8 arms here because... Scarby now. Elliott in. Oh, can't get it to Geubbelled. Elliott was offside. And we are playing well. Let's praise him. See if that helps. Vokins now. Cue another goal. I think that would have been the third highlight and the third goal. We have been playing absolutely amazing. Here's Vokins again. Another corner. We get it out. Gineppo now. Harris takes it off him and Harris releases Geubbelled, but Geubbelled isn't quite fast enough. Not as fast as Stacey anyway. And it's Carrero who goes back to their keeper and we're trying to close it down. Forster kicks it out and that goes to Vokins and we are now 2v1 on that side. We do manage to get it back and it's Calderon. Scarby and Calderon and Scarby over the top. Elliott's trying to run him down. Elliott's got the pace and gets it. Elliott passes it into Cook. Cook. Geubbelled. 2 disallowed. How much have they paid the referee? That's another disallowed. He's clearly offside, that one, but the other one wasn't. Oh. So frustrating. Calderon now. Back there defending. Gets it up to Elliott. Elliott releases Geubbelled. He is onside this time, and he does score this time. It is 2-2, and we have been all over him this second half. That is just deserved. Elliott with the assist. And you've finally seen the Fulham that I've been seeing for the past few games. Back to front, Calderon, Elliott, Geubbelled. Geubbelled reminds me a little bit of Angel when we had Angel at Alfreton. Those balls over the top, splits defences and scores. And we are going to... I was going to tempt fate there. I'm not going to say absolutely anything. I've learned my lessons of the past. It's 2-2 draw is not bad against Southampton. It's a shame we've not had another highlight since. And I think hold up. Was great comeback. I think we're a little unlucky as well. So on to the game against Stoke, and this is the team that we're going to put out. It's Bulker in goal, Pozzo's back at the right, Scarby is in for the recovering Nicolau, Mawson, Pellegrini on the left, Calderon, Cook and Gomez in the centre. I was toying with putting Jaden Harris in for Gomez because I thought it was better, but we are going to stick with Gomez for now. Cherky on the left, Elliott on the right, Geubbelled up top. So after the great comeback in the last game, we are now away from home. Let's go and get revenge against Stoke for last season. We are currently sat in 4th. And that made me a little bit nervous then, because this is typical. It's away. Dragomir's going to get there for Stoke. It's typical of the last few games that we've been playing, where we've been playing, well, the last few games, I just don't want to be back to where we were. We've been absolutely amazing, and we're now playing Stoke, and at the moment, Stoke look pretty fantastic, and we look second best. And there's a save there from Bulker, and I hope that's the last highlight we see Stoke threatening. It'd be nice too, for a change on the episode, not just have one half of good football, but actually have a full good game. Cook there. It's a free kick. Cue a goal. Jahanbash. It's actually against the wall, but he's back on the ball now. He's going to play it in. Egan gets there. Pellegrini gets it away. Egan was offside. And we're back out, but both the highlights coming for Stoke so far, we are yet to have one, which is pretty disappointing. I keep using that word, but it's right, because we were on that amazing run, 8 wins in 9 games, and we were literally just tearing teams apart. We come back on for the live episode, and we look mediocre again. Although that second half against Southampton, especially the last probably 25 minutes, we absolutely ripped them apart. Gomez is coming off at half time. I said I wasn't impressed before. He's not pleased with how things are going. No, I'm not happy with your performance. And you could have 5 minutes, Mr. Gomez. And you're coming off. Where are you, Mr. Gomez? Let's flick this back off a second. It's them. Jonathan doesn't get anywhere. I mean, our best highlights so far have been us blocking shots and crosses from Stoke. Alright, let's make some changes. Gomez hasn't been impressing. Harris is better there. Cherky, not having a great game. Mind you, Woodburn's, I don't want to make too many changes now. Let's leave it at that, just the one. Gomez off. Let's find some passion. Worked in the last game. I doubt it'll work 2 games in a row, but we need to be doing something. The form has dropped these last couple of games. I want to be carrying on this run. And we're yet to have 11 shots and 6 on target, and they can't even give us one of those highlights. Yet they can show us highlights of Stoke shots being blocked. Geubbelled now, he's not free, but he's tries to take on Cook, who gets it to Cherky. Cherky lays it back to Pellegrini. Pellegrini shoots. We were going to take him off, and Cherky, but Cherky steps up Pellegrini, and it's 1-0. The first highlight of us in any dangerous area when we score. Geubbelled, Cook, Cherky lays it back. Pellegrini, nice goal. And it's 1-0. And we are going to make another change. We're 75 minutes in. Cherky's done a little bit better, but he is going to come off. We're going to let Woodburn go out for that next half. for this next few minutes, and we are going to give Favilli a run out for Geubbelled, which, if we're looking for another goal, that might have been a mistake. So we've got to hope that we contain Stoke for the last 5 minutes. Favilli yet to get off the mark, not really had any chances because Geubbelled's just been, scoring for fun. And that's going to go back. It's comfortable. Bulker kicks it out. Pellegrini now. That comes to Elliott. Elliott over the top. Favilli. And Favilli scores. 92nd minute. That seals it. Harvey Elliott to Favilli. And Favilli, super sub, comes on. And we are 2-0 up. And it's took some doing. We've had to tell him to show some passion to get this victory. And we didn't even really get any highlights until the second half. But Favilli adds. And that makes it 2-0. And it looks like another win. Another highlight here is Scarby, Cook, Pozzo. Cook gets it back. Cook's really stepped up his game. Calderon, was going to say Calderon as well until that mistake. De Grafter now is going to shoot. Bulker gets to it. Calderon then kicks it away, and so he should, because it was his mistake that led to that. But Calderon has been playing really well as that holding role. I'm pretty sure the whistle should have been blown over a minute ago, and still we're carrying on. There's more highlights here. It does finish. Yeah, it was special. Thank you for that. And so what does that do to our table? And it's quite nice to be undefeated on an episode. It's a long time since we've had that. We sit fourth now. Let's put the big table on. Fulham in fourth, 17 played, 10 wins, 3 draws, 4 defeats, 29 scored, 18 conceded, 11 goal difference. We're sat on 33 points, just 7 points off Barnsley, who were relegated last season. Villa sit there on 37 with Derby, and then behind us even, is Sheffield Wednesday, then Southampton, Cardiff, Stoke, Bristol City, Huddersfield, and then downward. Middlesbrough sit rock bottom. Blackpool and Millwall in those relegation spots. If we look through the player charts, let's look at goals. Far and away out in the lead, 19 goals in 17 games, a goal every 78 minutes. Mr. Willem Geubbels with 19, 21-year-old Frenchman. We only have him on loan. I doubt we'll be able to get him on a permanent deal. 4.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. I do think there's some more left in him. He's been quite amazing. I don't think we have anybody else in the top 11 there. Average ratings, Willem Geubbels on 7.75. We don't have anybody else in there. Assists we do though. We have Mr. Elliott and Mr. Cherky on 7 assists apiece. Man of the match, Willem Geubbels, and I'm surprised he hasn't got more than that, to be honest. Clean sheets, we're not in that. How far away are we? Oh, Bulker's not far off there. I mean, January's had 12 for Derby, but now we've hit the form 6. Not too bad. Do we have any dirty players? Claudio Gomez and Reckon. I think Gomez is about to lose his place to one homegrown talent, Jaden Harris, who has been, in my opinion, a lot better. Let's have a look at Harris, because he's only started 3 games. 7 games have been by sub, but he's not that highly rated. If we look at what my coaching and scouting staff are saying, Gomez is almost twice the player he is. You've got Cherky, Cook, Calderon, Busquets, Traore and Chalobah. But every time he comes on, we play well. When Gomez has been playing, I'm not always convinced. Do we rock the boat? What we're going to do now is we're going to play a few games. Let's have a look at this, because we're about to go on a break. A 2-month break. We're probably going to come back in December. There's no point going away for 2 games to come back in 2 games. So we'll probably play this game and we'll come back in December Interestingly, it looks like that Huddersfield game is going to be rearranged, because you can see we've got that FA Cup game there, so we're probably going to come back for Gillingham on the 26th, and then the FA Cup third round game hopefully on the 31st. But that Derby game comes shortly afterwards, so we'll have to see, and it's a really tight schedule coming into the end because we finish on the 30th of April. So I'm going to get these games out of the way. We're going to get through November and December and come back for that Gillingham game. I'm Adam, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching.
We are heroes tonight.